The Elephanta Caves are situated on an island called Gharapuri, which is about 11 kilometers from the Apollo Bandar. That's where the Gateway of India is located. You have to take ferry ride, which is around 1 hour away from the coast. The ferry ride to and from the island cost 300 rupees in total. Enjoy the view of Arabian Sea, and also if you are lucky you get a chance to see big ships around you. We came across Swarna Sindhu, which is a oil product tanker. Cool sea winds blowing through the face. The boat journey is itself part of the experience, with so many things to see that time flies past. You will be accompanied throughout the journey by the magnificent seagulls. On reaching, you will find lush green pastures and birds around. You can take toy train from ferry to caves. The cost of toy train was 10 rupees per person. Even though the journey from toy train was for only 5 minutes, but you will be satisfied by the view. If you are tired from ferry ride or seasick, you can have some refreshment before exploring caves. There are many stalls along the way selling all manners of trinkets and street food. You will also find shops with unique and antique items. The Elephanta Caves is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, but unfortunately, we were unable to visit the caves as the caves were closed because of Corona. However, we did the trek up to the hill to the top. The hill is known as Cannon Hill. The forest is well maintained. The track is long, but the views are pretty. There is a British era cannon at the top of the hill. These were left behind by the Portuguese. The cannons could be rotated 360 degrees with the mechanism below. There was a huge room located below the cannon, which the Portuguese must have used for storing. From the top, there is a viewpoint that overlooks the rest of the island and the ocean. The place is best for one-day trip and to get out of daily busy routine and to enjoy hassle-free experience. On returning in the evening, you will find a beautiful sunset, and on reaching, the night view of Gateway of India is amazing. I hope you liked my video, and please don't forget to subscribe my channel. Choragarh Temple is an enjoyable trek with beautiful scenery all around. The starting point is Mahadev Temple. From there begins the trek to Choragarh. It is a rough road passing through the jungle which is green throughout the year. The temple can be accessed after 3.5 km long trek. And if you are thinking that the 3.5 km is not a really big deal, let me tell you that the last kilometer is basically about 1400 stairs. I used to think I am physically fit, but after first kilometer of climbing up and down a number of small hills, I realized I need to work out more. After crossing the base of the main hill and halfway through the track, I encounter a large cave known as Sita Nahani. The opening is wide, but inside it gets narrow and roof gets increasingly lower. Inside there was a pool full of water, but I was too afraid to go there as it was too dark. After the cave, the track finally starts winding upwards. Another point I came across was Tapka Pani. People who are planning to go, please carry your own water bottles, as there are only a few vendors on the way. But at regular intervals, you will find stalls selling fruits and food items. But be aware of the quick and at times aggressive monkeys. On every turn, you are greeted with beautiful views and huge Satpura hills covered with green forest. The constantly changing scenes do not let you get tired. It is a challenging climb and it needs good physical and mental fitness to complete the track. After what seemed like an endless climb, I finally reached the terrace of sorts, with one final flight of moderately high stairs to the top. On reaching the top of the hill, you will find temple dedicated to Lord Shiva and stack of Trishuls brought by the devotees. Some of the Trishuls weighs nearly 3 tons and standing 5 meters tall. It is generally believed that the wishes of anyone offers a Trishul here will be fulfilled. This is the place where Lord Shiva is believed to have given darshan to Chora Baba, a yogi and devotee of Lord Shiva, and hence the name became Choragarh. View from the top is beautiful. When you will see clouds racing beneath you, you will forget all your tiredness. This remains my one of the most physically demanding trip I have ever been. Visit to Pachmadi is incomplete without this one. If you like my video, please do subscribe my channel. Shimla, the capital city of Himachal Pradesh, fondly known as the Queen of Hills, is surrounded by the majestic Himalayan mountains, green valleys, pleasant climates, and architecture from colonial era. All come together to land this beautiful hill station a charm of its own. If you are planning to visit Shimla, you will get some information from the video. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to it. During British era and even after independence, Shimla was considered summer capital of India. And if you visit the place, you will understand why. With beautiful colonial buildings, churches, the famous Mall Road, and interesting combination of modernity with beautiful landscape and natural environment of the city makes the place more vibrant. First, let's talk about how to get there. The capital city of Himachal Pradesh is well connected to all over India. If you are planning to come from air route, Jubbarhatti, which is about 23 kilometers from the town, is the nearest airport. You can easily get taxi from airport to get to Shimla. However, since this airport is not functional throughout the year, it is advisable to connecting airport, that is Delhi and Chandigarh. And if you want to come through road route, traveling in a bus is one of the most popular ways to reach Shimla. Shimla is connected by roads to all major Indian cities like Delhi, Jaipur and Chandigarh. It will be absolute injustice if I talk about Shimla and didn't mention the famous toy train of Shimla. I opted for toy train and I'm glad I did. Journey from Kalka to Shimla in a narrow gauge railway with beautiful landscape is one of the most beautiful experience. Shimla Kalka toy train stretch is a UNESCO World Heritage property. The 96-kilometer long track goes through more than 100 tunnels and about 900 bridge. It is worth a visit for anyone who takes a trip to this wonderful hill station. Kalka Shimla toy train is best known for its dramatic views of the hills and surrounding villages. Before we move further, I want to ask, do you know why the capsicum is known as Shimla Mirch in India? If not, then let me tell you that Shimla is the place in India where the plantation of capsicum was introduced for the first time by the Britishers. So now let's see the places you can visit during your Shimla visit. The first place you can visit is the Ridge. The Ridge may well be defined as the heart of Shimla in terms of location and tourist attraction. The best thing is that it is totally vehicle free. It offers gorgeous views of mountain ranges that rise against the blue sky. It also offers ancient British architecture buildings which are well stored and maintained. Near the ridge is located a famous Christ Church. The historic church is located on the ridge and traces its origin back to 1857. It is the second oldest church in northern India. It gives you a colonial vibe. You will be amazed by its magnificent architecture and stunning interiors. The next place you can go is Mall Road. The Mall Road has tons of local stores, restaurants, and clubs for you to explore. This is one place where you can soak in the spirit of Shimla in all its touristy delights. Next comes the Scandal Point. Scandal Point is where the Mall Road joins the Ridge Road on the west side. The name arose from the story that the Maharaja of Patiala had eloped with the British Viceroy. The next place you can go is Jaku Hill and Temple. Covered with blanket of alpine trees, Jaku Hill is the highest point of Shimla, and it is also home to the famous Jaku Temple and the statue of Lord Hanuman. The mythology says that Hanumanji rested on this place while in search of Sanjeevani Booty. You can see the whole of Shimla from this place. The view from temple is just amazing. Shimla is also the home of the oldest post office of northern India. Even though it is not the tourist destination, it certainly interests several history lovers. Apart from these places, you can do shopping from Lower Bazaar and Lakkad Bazaar. Lakkad Bazaar is home to numerous shops that offers wooden articles. have any question or queries, you can ask me in a comment section below the video. Pachmadi. As soon as Pachmadi is named, a picture of beautiful hill station appears in mind. Known as Satpura ki Rani or Queen of Satpura, Pachmadi is a great hill station, known for its natural attraction, with ancient caves, spectacular landscape filled with waterfalls, pools, and thick green forest. Hello everyone, I am Jaya and welcome to my channel. Today, we will enjoy the natural beauty of Pachmadi. Piparia is the nearest railway station to Pachmadi, which is 54 km away. One can avail local transport from here. Nearest airport is in Bhopal, which is nearly 200 km from Pachmadi. Plenty of state government and private buses are available for Pachmadi from nearby cities like Bhopal, Jabalpur, Nagpur, and Indore. The spiritual tourist destination is the special identity of Pachmadi. The first stop of my Pachmadi trip was Jatashankar. You have to walk for about 1 kilometer and then there are about 150 stairs. Stone formed Jatashankar cave that resembles the 100-headed divine snake Seshnag. This place is where Lord Shiva had supposed to have hidden from the demon Bhasmasur. Next, I went to see Pandav caves. The Pandav caves are a group of 5 caves. It is believed that the Pandavas, during their period of exile, took shelter in these caves. The archaeological evidence claim that the caves were constructed by Buddhist monks during 1st century. But the story of Pandavas is more popular among locals. In earlier times, caves were adorned with paintings, but this adornment, unfortunately, is gone now. In front of this exciting monument, there has been developed a wonderful garden. Handiko is another popular attraction in Pachmadi. It is renowned for its interesting peacefulness and its old world appeal. This place has a mythology history and is accepted to be internally connected with Lord Shiva. It is believed to have been a lake before. Once there was a battle between the Hindu god Lord Shiva and the malicious snake. In the anger of war between them, the lake dried and the gorge was shaped. Another point of interest is Mahadev temple. Bade Mahadev is most famous Lord Shiva temple in Pachmadi. It is a shrine for Lord Shiva with idols of Brahma, Vishnu, and Ganesh as well. Temple is situated in a spacious cave, which is believed to be the place where Lord Vishnu killed demon Bhasmasur. Fresh water drains from the walls of caves. Near the Bade Mahadev is located Chote Mahadev, also known as Gupt Mahadev. A very narrow path to get inside the cave. Only 4 to 5 persons are allowed while going inside the cave. My next stop was Priyadarshini Point. There is a longish walk from the car park. Priyadarshini Point gives an eagle's eye view of the entire hill station and its beautiful landscape. This is the point from where Captain James Forsyth discovered Pachmadi in the year 1857. It was only after this that Pachmadi was recognized as a hill station. These are the all places I covered in day 1 of my Pachmadi trip. Please subscribe to my channel and do follow me on Instagram. I have shown you Priyadarshini Point. I have shared the tales of Pandavas. I have also shown Handiko, Jatashankar, and Mahadev Temple. But if you visit Pachmadi and you have not seen the beautiful waterfalls, then have I shown you the real Pachmadi? Hello everyone, welcome to my day 2 of Pachmadi trip. Many tourist places in Pachmadi required entry ticket of forest reserve. That is why I divided my Pachmadi trip in 2 days, where on day 1 I covered all the places that does not require any ticket or permission, and on day 2 I covered the places that require entry ticket. The first place was Bison Lodge and Museum. Bison Lodge is the starting point where you pay a fee for tourist permits for the day. Situated in the heart of the town, it is one of the oldest museums in Madhya Pradesh. The Bison Lodge Museum displays an interesting range of pictures, models, maps, graphs, and samples of the flora and fauna of this ecological rich region, the Satpura Hills. This place itself was once the residence of Captain Forsyth and is one of the oldest buildings in Pachmadi. After exploring museum and taking forest reserve ticket, I moved towards B Fall. A fall can be reached through a short trek, but be careful as steps may slippery during monsoon time. Among the many small and big waterfalls in Pachmadi, B Fall is the most popular one, which provides drinking water to the entire city. Before the main waterfall, there is small waterfall where you can take a break and enjoy the beauty. Imagine volumes of water plummeting from a height in the lap of a scenic jungle. You have to be very careful as stones are very slippery. It is must a visit place. One will find small vendors sending snacks and tea around the fall. You can also take a leap into the natural freshwater pool for a dip. After getting refreshed, we took a small lunch break and then moved towards Dhupgarh. When we reached Dhupgarh, the clouds had come down and started drizzling. Dhupgarh is the highest point in Satpura range. It is not only the highest point of Pachmadi but also the highest point of Madhya Pradesh and Central India. It is the most spectacular point, clean and calm place best to visit during sunrise or sunset. As it was drizzling, the sunset was not viewable, but I still found myself lucky to witness the beautiful cloudy atmosphere. As we were going towards Reachgarh, it started raining heavily and we have to take stop for a while. By the time it was almost 4 pm and the timings to visit were closed. Even the parasailing site was closed because of the weather. I ended my day with a warm tea and snacks. There are some really good cafes in Pachmadi. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will be showing you my trip to Jaisalmer. I started my Jaisalmer journey from Jaipur airport. Jaisalmer also enjoys excellent roadways and railways connectivity with several major cities of India. After arriving at Jaisalmer airport, we took taxi to our hotel. Hotel rooms are quite nice, decorated with classic furniture and fixture, rich in texture and color. After getting freshened up, we had our lunch at the rooftop of our hotel with the view of whole Jaisalmer city. This was my first time having Kher Sangri, a dish made using dried kher berries and sangri beans, and I just fell in love with the dish. It was so delicious to eat. After having lunch, we went to explore Jaisalmer Fort. Raised by Rajput ruler Raja Chaisel. This yellow sandstone regal structure is also more popularly known as the Golden Fort or Sonar Killa. Sonar Killa is one of the prime places to visit in Jaisalmer in today's time. Jaisalmer Fort is UNESCO listed World Heritage Site and comprises narrow crisscrossing lanes, temples, residents, and handicraft shops and restaurants. This is the only living fort in India. The Maharaja Mahal Palace does span over several stories and comprises of a lot of balconies, small courtyards, jharokas and chambers. This palace feels very compact when compared to the other palaces of Rajasthan, like the expansive city palace of Udaipur, the Jaipur Palace, or even the palaces inside Amer Fort and Mehrangarh Fort. The floral carvings in the sandstone are particularly eye-catching, and the intricate carvings on the windows and jharokas are also noticeable. A major portion of this fort now hosts a museum where the material possession of the royal family, weapons, dresses, and other such things are displayed. After the museum, one comes across Diwan-e-Khas, where the main guests of the palace were received. From here, you get into the private residence of the kings. Through an open courtyard, it connects to the Queen's Chamber or the Rani Ka Mahal. As the name suggests, this part of the palace was used by the Queen, the royal ladies, and their female servants. It is smaller than the Raj Mahal Palace, but exhibits similar intricate carvings, balconies, and jharokas made of sandstones. Although a very small portion of this part of the palace is open for the visitors as of today. After witnessing the Raj Mahal, we explore local market inside the fort. Shopping in Jaisalmer is wonderful experience because of the vibrant color and lively atmosphere that it offers. Market in Jaisalmer are full of unique and never seen before things that can easily spice up your home. I witnessed a very interesting thing that at the entrance of almost every house is painted Lord Ganesha announcing the date of the wedding and inviting one and all. It was almost time for the sunset, so when we were done with the exploring, we moved towards the top of the fort to witness the sunset. It was beautiful to see sun comes down over the golden city. The night view from the fort is beautiful. The camera here is not doing the justice to the beauty of the city view from this point. After having dinner from one of the restaurants offering the best night view of the fort, we came back to our hotel. I did some my editing work and ended my day 1 in Jaisalmer. I hope you like my video and please don't forget to subscribe my channel.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I know it's quite a while since I last uploaded my video, but anyway, here I am. So the thing is, I was in Hoskas and I just realized that only 2 metro stations away from here is Qutub Minar and I have never been there. So I thought, why should not I visit it and make a video about it? So let's go. Okay, I have arrived in Qutub Minar and the entry ticket was 40 rupees per head.
But if you are paying it with debit or credit card, it will be 35 rupees per person. And if you are a foreign tourist, the entry ticket is 600 rupees per person.
It's too hot, but knowing the history and culture of our country is always interesting and fun.
The best time to visit the Qutub Minar is at sunrise or sunset. The whole place looks quite heavenly during these times. Qutub Minar is probably one of the most iconic and recognizable landmark of Delhi and India. It is a UNESCO World Heritage Site situated in Delhi, India's capital city. The 73-meter high tower built by Qutbuddin Aibak in 1193 now stands majestically. A structure with 5 stories, each with balcony jutting out. Red sandstone has been used in the construction of the first 3 stories, while the top 2 are marble and sandstone. The design and material used are signs of the changing times in which the tower was constructed. Though the Qutub Minar from a distance looks like a plain structure jutting out from the earth, somewhat akin to a giant chimney, a closer look will ensure that you change your mind. The structure is embellished with the inscriptions, and the balconies supported by decorative brackets pride a tone of beauty.
As I was exploring Qutub Minar, it just reminded me of the incident where many people died. Just thinking about it, giving me goosebumps.
What happened was on 4th December 1981, a group of excited school children, chattering away to glory, entered the dark staircase that led to the top of the Qutub Minar. Many of them did not return alive. An electric failure had resulted in the staircase being enveloped in darkness, which in turn created panic, resulted in a stampede. The entry inside Qutub Minar has been shut since that fateful day. Qutub Minar is an architectural masterpiece that boasts of being the world's tallest brick tower and has remained so for more than 800 years. There are bands of inscriptions on different sections of Qutub Minar that narrate its history. Carved verses adorn the inside of the tower. I always assumed that the open structure near the Minar was just a pavilion, but then I came to know that the place was actually a mosque by the name of Quwwat ul Islam. As you walk into the mosque, the numerous carved temple pillars are further testament to this unique margin styles. The actual reason as to why there is this kind of fusion, it is believed that since Aibak wanted to get the mosque built faster, his artisans therefore got him around 450 odd pillars by destroying 27 Hindu and Jain temples. It is those pillars that currently stand tall in the complex. Some archaeologists also believes that the mosque has been built on the remains of a temple. The second ruler of Delhi and the successor has been buried in the Qutub Minar complex. The two aspects of this monument fascinated me. The first was the plain Quranic designs around the various arches of tomb, and the second was the absence of ceiling. Reason behind is the tomb was squarish, and if one looked at the ceiling it too will resemble the shape. It is believed that the original dome had fallen and was replaced by Firoz Shah Tughlaq. Then I came across a laminar. A laminar looks like a heap of rubble that has fused together. A lot of us might mistake it is a pile of ruins. However, the Alai Minar is the unfinished feat of the Khilji king. Up close, I realized how big that pillar was. It was much wider than the Qutub Minar, and the first story was definitely bigger than the Qutub. Beside the main Qutub Minar, it was the iron pillar, the oldest in this area. The pillar dates back to the age of Chandragupta Maurya, that is 550 AD or earlier. The pillar has Sanskrit inscription that you can read even today. The total height of the pillar is 7.2 meter, of which 93 centimeter is below the ground. It is famous for the rust-resistant composition used in its construction. But this was not the pillar's original site. It is said to have been erected from the Udaygiri in Vidisha. I hope you enjoyed this video, and from now I will try to be regular and upload new videos on time. And if you have any question or queries, you can ask me in a comment section. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. See you soon. Ajanta and Ellora caves have always been recognized as the gems that represent Indian history and the impressive artistry that existed in the foregone era. Today, Ajanta and Ellora caves are a UNESCO World Heritage Site and exist in the wish list of many travelers. In this video, I will be covering the Ajanta caves. This will be your complete tour guide that will cover its history, best time to visit, how to visit, main attraction of the caves, etc. Aurangabad, which is about 100 km from Ajanta and 30 km from Ellora, can be reached directly from major cities of India. All types of buses and cabs are available from here. Ajanta caves date back to the time between 2nd century to 10th century. It is stated that the caves were built in two phases. Some of the caves were not completed and some only had their construction begun for short time. Each cave stands out with its uniqueness and bold structure that defines the craftsmanship of the ancient age, making it to the most strongest and largest caves of all. Once you step into the Ajanta caves, you will discover 29 caves. Another interesting point is the caves are numbered from east to west, which in ancient times was accessed from the riverfront. The natural beauty and peace around the area is perfect place for meditating. The best time to visit Ajanta and Ellora is considered between the months from June to March, and the monsoon and winter seasons are best time to explore Ajanta caves as the weather is pleasant. However, months of March to May should be avoided as the temperature rises and it becomes difficult to explore the caves. The Ajanta caves constitute ancient monasteries and worship halls of different Buddhist traditions. The caves also present paintings depicting the past lives and rebirth of the Buddha, pictorial tales from Arisur's Jatakmala, and rock cut sculpture of Buddhist deities. Textual records suggest that this cave served as a monsoon retreat for monks as well as a resting site for merchants and pilgrims in ancient times. The amazement increases once we realize that the 2000-year-old paintings and carvings in the rock faces are done to the last perfect details. Imagine creating those inside the dark caves without the help of any lights and electricity. Now imagine the advanced level of techniques used in paints which remained intact after almost 2 millennia. I hope you enjoyed the video. We will meet next week with another video and with different story. Till then, take care and keep watching my videos.